everyone. I hope you're all staying safe and you're all well, and we can't wait to see you in school. Here's another story for you. This one is Tabby McTat. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Tabby McTat was a busker's cat with a meow that was loud and strong. The two of them sang of this and that, and people threw coins in the old checkered hat, and this was their favourite song. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. Mew, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. There they are. There's the cat. And there's the busker. One morning, while Fred ate some bacon and bread, McTat took a stroll around the block, then stopped, for there on a doorstep sat a gorgeously glossy and green-eyed cat. She was black with one snowy white sock. Can you see her snowy white sock? Sock and McTat had a cat-to-cat chat, and that's how their story began. For while they were chatting of this and of that, a thief had his eye on the old checkered hat. He eyed it, he snatched it, he ran. Oh no. The busker gave chase, but he tripped on a lace, and crash! In a flash he was down. He broke his leg and banged his head, and he ended up in a hospital bed in a faraway part of town. Goodbye, McTat said. I must get back to Fred. But where had the busker gone? The sun went down and the sky grew black. The stars came out, but he didn't come back. McTat lingered on and on. A week later, Sock took a stroll around the block and found her new friend looking thin. He's gone off and left me, said Tabby McTat. Then Sock said, my people Prunella and Pat would gladly find room for a fine tabby cat. She was right, and they took McTat in. Here he is, going into his new home. Next morning, old Fred left his hospital bed and found his way back to the square. But a brass stand stood where the pair once sat, and the band played this and the band played that. And Fred looked around for his loud meowed cat. But Tabby McTat wasn't there. Can you see Tabby? No sign of Tabby McTat. Now, Mr. McTat had a wife and a very full life, with plenty of things to do, like washing Prunella and pouncing on Pat, and hiding the car keys under the mat, and keeping the newspapers nice and flat. You see how busy he is? Up to mischief. And giving the pens an occasional bat, and nibbling this, nibbling that, but he dreamed of his friend with the old checkered hat, and always woke up with a mew. And often he said, what happened to Fred? And his paws took him back to the square, but a conjurer stood where the pair once sat. And he pulled out this and he pulled out that, and people threw coins in the tall black hat, but the busker was never there. One morning, Sock said, "Look under the bed and see the 3 kittens I've had." Can you see the kittens under the bed? 1, 2, 3. And Soames looked like this, and Susan like that, and the littlest kitten called Samuel Spratt looked exactly the same as his dad. The 3 kittens grew and learned how to mew, and McTat sometimes sang them his song. And Samuel Spratt, with his tabbly grey fur, had a deafening meow and a very loud purr, and he simply loved singing along. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you, and the old guitar, how perfectly happy we are. When Susan and Soames found very good homes, their parents were happy and proud. There was one home like this, and the other like this, like that. But nobody wanted poor Samuel Spratt. They all said his voice is too loud. Now Tabby McTat was a home-loving cat, but he couldn't stop dreaming of Fred. And one day he called for his wife and his son, and he told them, "There's something that has to be done. I must go and find him," he said. So up and down and all over town he wandered a whole week long. For many a morning and afternoon, by the light of the sun and the light of the moon, till he heard a familiar song. Just me and the old guitar. If I had a cat, I'd be happier by far. Just me and the old guitar. With my cat, I'd be happier far. Do you recognise who it is? It's Tabby McTat. It's my long-lost cat. Oh, Fred was ecstatically glad. Then the 2 of them sang of this and that, and the people threw coins in the old checkered hat. But why did McTat feel sad? He was missing his wife and his comfortable life and the dozens of things to do, like washing Prunella and pouncing on Pat and hiding the car keys under the mat and keeping the newspaper nice and flat, but giving the pens an occasional bat. But how could he tell the busker that? Then out from the shadow sprang Samuel Spratt. "Oh, please let me be the busker's cat," he said with his deafening mew. Now Samuel Spratt is the busker's cat, with a meow that is loud and strong. The 2 of them sing of this and that, though Samuel sings just a little bit flat. And people throw coins in the old checkered hat. And this is their favourite song. Me, you, and the old guitar. How perfectly, perfectly happy we are. Me, you, and the old guitar. How perfectly happy we are. I hope you enjoyed our book called Tabby McTat. You take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Mwah!